at the Toon Marketplace for Anime Carib 2021. We're very excited to bring you another interview with another one of our guests, our very special guests from all over the globe being featured in this year's festival as we bring to you the resources to get your content out there. And I know that many of you have been producing some really good work, and it's important that it be seen and heard by as many people as possible. And so that's really the aim of bringing these folks to you. And we're really happy to have Audrey Kamga representing Arte France with us this afternoon or today. Hello, Audrey, and welcome to the Toon Marketplace.
Hello, Ardine. Nice to be there virtually while waiting to be back on site.
I
Maybe next year.
know. Yes, yes. And I should mention that Audrey is the sales manager with Arte, and they at the moment specialize in documentaries, but they are aiming to expand what they're offering and what they're interested in offering. And she will tell us a little bit more about that. But maybe, Audrey, we can start with you giving us some insight into your background as a documentary filmmaker.
Okay, not really documentary filmmaker so far. Maybe I have some project in mind, but never had the courage to go and
Really?
direct my first feature documentary. We never know in the future, but so far I've been better at selling and representing documentaries worldwide. So I've been in Arte for 15 years now, started as an assistant, and I've been working there like not forever, but that has been very fruitful to understand how it works in a TV channel. We also see the expansion of the digital markets. So as Arte is producing a lot of web production as well. So
Maybe you can tell us a little bit, Audrey, about your interest in documentaries. Why are they so special to you and to Artie?
yeah, so I started with documentary, although I love a lot of TV drama series. But what I like with documentary is that it gives you like an open view to a current situation, whether it's an historical one, whether it's a lifestyle. It's like, being able to travel and discover new situation, new country, other issues. So I like the fact that it's based on reality, and that with documentary you can help change the mentality of people. You can help them reflect, think about their situation, their position, and maybe evolve in a way. So of course we cannot have like documentaries 24/7, but I think it's important in a society to have that kind of offer.
And there's a huge market for that in France, I'm sure. But where else do you find there's a huge appetite and interest in documentary films?
I would say that in Europe for sure, because it's really, our traditional style. But we still have an appetite worldwide. I would say that the appetite will not be the same based on the themes, the subject, or the genre. Because of course, in some territories like the US or the UK, you will need more dynamic-based program, where other territory might be very happy with a very traditional, sometimes talking heads style. So the appetite for doc is clearly worldwide. After we have to, we're not offering the same to all locations and whole
What,
territories.
what, what changes have you noticed in the market in terms of what's trending or what people are really looking for nowadays? I know diversity in terms of stories is one of the things that we've seen on the rise,
For sure.
especially especially since 2020 for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, tell us from your experience what folks are going after.
Indeed, I see like there's a will to represent the world as it is in our program. So for sure, diversity, inclusion, women empowerment is clearly a trend. And I'm just hoping, it's not a trend, that it will no longer be a subject in the forthcoming years. for me, I will consider this as a success, because it's really a shame that we still have, to fight to see BIPOC people on screen in some territories. I know that in the US or even Canada, it's been resolved like 10 years ago. So the world is getting a little late, but we are recovering this delay. And after that, I would say that the pandemic situation has been hard on anyone. So you really feel that people are looking for light entertainment and positive documentaries. We've known that in the past we've done bad things. We know that in some countries, people are miserable, but now they are looking for a more positive way, saying, "Okay, this is a situation. What can I do? What can be done? Let's think. Let's brainstorm to get positive things out of these complicated situations."
And what are some of the areas you're looking to expand into beyond documentary films?
So far, we've started a few years ago with short programs that were program shot for the web. So we reach, mobile broadcasters. We reach platform with that, but we also discuss with a broadcaster who are using them as fillers. So we are looking to expand that range of program because they are shorts, and when you have a lot of programs, sometimes you don't have the time for 1 hour, and just having a quick bite of entertainment or information can be great. And right now, we are really thinking into developing more our kids section and thinking about drama. So we feel like there's an appetite for the contact that we have, and we want to think about the kind of drama we can represent and which will be aligned with our own values.
So tell us a little bit about those values, Audrey.
Yeah, so our values is, as I told you, we want to represent the world. So we don't want people, we don't want fake things. So we don't want to be aggressive or offensive. We respect anyone, any value, any position. So humanity, respect, and open to the world. So we are in a place where we are really happy to be connected to so many people all around the world, being able to travel when we can. So yeah, focusing on that kind of things. And of course, production, with equity. And we are also, we're not only working with the big names, we are also helping, new talents to come on board, because it's really important for us to train people and to let that chance, for newcomers, because they have things to say, they have a different angle of view, different sensibility, which is great, for us as well. So we want all these people to be represented, the one that already knows how to say what they have to say, and the one that has the idea but maybe doesn't have the tools, to go to the end of their production and being represented worldwide.
What do you think the Caribbean has to offer in particular, Audrey?
I would say that the Caribbean, they definitely need to get more visibility, because they know how to produce. I know that Anima Caribbean have been doing a lot of good work, a lot of workshops. They have been training, mentoring producers for many years now. And when I see the quality of the program that were delivered in the festival, I'm like, I'm just so concerned that I feel like I'm a VIP knowing about this kind of program offers. So I feel like Caribbean content as fresh, positive, and really, you are from the sun, and we feel it in the way you are apprehending a situation. You have a different point of view, which is really giving some fresh air, from me, which I'm in Europe, and sometimes it's really very negative, so you have this spontaneity and a great level of production. So you need visibility. Keep that freshness, because it's really something that, for me, it's a part of your DNA. And I would be happy to help.
Which markets do you work in now do you think would be interested in the stories that Caribbean producers and storytellers are telling?
For me, of course, there's Africa for sure, because most of the people are coming from are descendant from Africa. But I would say that even Europe, indeed worldwide, because I feel like the market is suffering from producing the same, having the same. It lacks this kind of fresh air, brand new things. So the potential is worldwide. I would start with Africa for sure, but I would go in Europe as well, because they need, it's an encounter, and they need some renewal in their style, in their representation. So yeah, and for me, it's a two-step process. First, get known for your accomplishment, for what you already know, for your knowledge, for your good level, for the quality of your work, and then after, work on co-production, that kind of, it's a long-term process that should be think, and I'm sure Camille is already thinking about that.
I'm sure. And, collaboration is one of those words that keeps coming up. And I always say that it's so relevant to us in the creative sector, right?
Mhm.
But do you foresee situations where those kinds of creative collaborations can happen between studios that you represent? Or is that something you'll already sort of facilitate or advocate for?
Within Arte, not necessarily, but it's today. We are in October. I'm sure, next year it will be like a priority. It's already, sorry, I'm gonna restart. So
That's fine.
today there are not any facilities, but it's already, in the process. People are thinking, they are already realized that they should be providing much more content. So I assume that next year there will be more opportunities with Arte, with other French broadcasters and studio as well. So it's just a matter of time, but your time is coming very, very shortly. So
And in terms of language, Audrey, do you see any challenges at all where that is concerned, or do you feel like that's something you've already figured out and it's not at all an obstacle?
for me, it's not an obstacle. You're producing in English. English is traveling all over the world. It's the most spoken language in our market, so it's not a problem. You don't need to have a French version or an Italian version or a Spanish version to be sold or represented in these territories. So no, the language is not a problem at all. And I guess that's the challenge, I would say, for the 5 years to come, would be maybe sold the production, and then try to find a way to get a program talking about local languages, because it's also a part of the identity.
Yes,
And
yes.
you cannot come directly with this kind of program, but you start seducing them with English, and after, once they are seduced, you said, I have this, and they are open, to discover more as well. So
Because that's one of the things that sometimes it doesn't always translate well, when
yeah.
we see the subtitles or even the
Oh, for sure.
voiceovers, they don't always really capture the feeling, the mood,
Yeah.
or even the details and the messaging, the coding of the language. It doesn't when you translate it. And so I just wonder if that's ever like a concern for a company like yours.
No, because most of our commissioning editors are screening in English and they really understand English. For sure, sometimes you have some local expression that you would need to transfer into a French one or a British one, but no, it's no big deal. As soon as it's dubbed in English, it's easier for the program to be evaluated and to travel.
What are you looking forward to in your industry, Audrey, going forward with all of the advantages that COVID and the pandemic has offered? But then there are also some disadvantages and some drawbacks, right? But what are you looking forward to as we move forward into a sort of unknown and very uncertain period?
The thing I've been happy so far is that this situation has created some great opportunities because before we didn't have time to consider things, but nowadays we have some documentary production that were delayed. So we need some program, and then you can come and say, "Hey guys, shouldn't we consider opening to this kind of program? Shouldn't we consider this program as show as here at that festival?" So I feel like if I can keep this open mind in terms of acquisition, in terms of trying cooperation with people, that would be great. Knowing that in the future months, I hope we will be able to meet in real life, because for sure in our business, the most important is still to be able to meet, because when you meet people face to face, there are, of course, you can pitch your program, but there are additional things that are communicated. Your body language, and you also feel if you're connected to the people. And sometimes it's this connection that you say, okay, I have a great feeling, I want to work with you, whatever you're producing. And I feel like for Trinidad, it's not even a big deal. They just need, to get the meeting, and then after it will be it will be a piece of cake. So real life will definitely help the industry.
I look forward to that, Audrey, and we look forward to seeing and hearing more from you. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today and to
Thank
chatting
you.
with for chatting with all of those who I know are eager to get their work out there, and people like you who are helping them do that.
Yeah, please do reach out if you need any additional info. I would be more than happy to help or make connection if it doesn't work with Arte with other people that I know in the industry.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.